Hey there folks, Tim Slade here from the eLearning Designers Academy. As many of you know, one of the challenges that a lot of folks have when it comes to building their instructional design and e-learning development skills, along with creating samples of work for their portfolios, is having the opportunity to practice on real-world projects in a practical way. And so that's exactly why we created our monthly e-learning challenges inside the eLearning Designers Academy, to help you put your skills into practice, build samples of work for your portfolio, all without the stress and uncertainty that comes with picking your own topic. And so each month we issue a new e-learning challenge which provides a real-world topic and prompt based on a hypothetical company. And as part of the challenge, participants are tasked with developing a complete e-learning course to solve a specific set of learning outcomes. We also provide a style guide and brand assets for the hypothetical company, which provides guidance on the use of colors, fonts, logos, and much more. And then at the end of each month, we review all of the submissions, host a recap just like the one you're watching right now to showcase the amazing work from those who participated, and then announce a winner and give them a $100 Amazon gift card. And of course, the great thing about our monthly e-learning challenges is that each month, as we announce a new challenge, we have a growing library of sample project topics for you and others to pick from to continue growing your skills and of course, building your portfolio. So, with that said, let's take a look at the details from our October 2024 challenge, along with some of the awesome submissions and our winner. And of course, if you'd like to follow along with me, check out the links down in the description where you can see the details from this month's challenge, along with all of these submissions. All right, so for our October 2024 challenge, we couldn't let this month slip by without us having some fun and going with a Halloween-themed topic. So for this month, participants took on the role of an instructional designer for Zom-B-Gone Shelters, where they were tasked with designing and developing a course to help customers survive the zombie apocalypse. Now, with all of our challenges, we have our list of sample learning objectives here, like determining the essential cuisine to stock up on inside your shelter. Apparently Spam is the new gold, and who knew Twinkies had a longer shelf life than most zombies? Now, we also have how to transform everyday household objects into zombie-repelling weapons with the creative use of garden gnomes or shower curtains, and how to cultivate a post-apocalyptic fashion sense, and much more. Now, we also provide a list of interactivity ideas and constraints, for example, using a drag and drop interaction to create custom weapons, a scenario-based interaction to interrogate a prospective zombie, and much more. And finally, we have our Zom-B-Gone Shelters style guide here, which provides participants everything they need to design a course that aligns with the Zom-B-Gone Shelters brand, including imagery, fonts, colors, and everything else. All right, so now that we've taken a look at the details from our October e-learning challenge, let's take a look at the featured submissions followed by our winner. All right, so the first submission for this month we'd like to highlight comes from Jennifer Leone Thompson with her articulate storyline course, Zombie Shelters Challenge. Now, what we loved about Jennifer's submission was her creative use of gamification to create an engaging and fun learning experience. Right off the bat, we're presented with a ominous challenge to board up all of the windows, switch off all the lights, and head into the basement to collect supplies. And from there, we have to collect as many supplies as we need to survive with a simple drag and drop interaction. Following that, we're sent out into the post-apocalyptic world where we have to continue collecting weapons and, of course, avoid getting caught by the zombies. Now, Jennifer's project is a great example of combining interactivity, sound effects, and music and animations to create a fun learning experience. So great work, Jennifer, and thank you so much for participating. All right. Our next featured submission comes from Hillary Landrum with her articulate storyline project, Surviving a Zombie Apocalypse at Work. Now, with Hillary's project, she decided to take a slightly different approach with her project. Rather than focusing on defending yourself from zombies at home, you're challenged to defend yourself from zombies in the office. Again, like Jennifer's project, Hillary's combines animations, sound effects, and animations to create an immersive experience. Hillary also created multiple opportunities for interactivity, including this shopping interaction where you have to stock up on supplies, and you'll see here as you collect different items, you can see they're added up here at the top. Next, we have this interaction to explore how different office items can be used as weapons against zombie attacks. And then finally, we have this interaction where Hillary used interactive motion paths in which you have to navigate to your zombie shelter in the office, and along the way, you have to decide how to defend yourself against random zombie attacks. So, wonderful work, Hillary, and thank you so much for sharing. All right, so the next of our featured submissions comes from Alexandria Majors with her articulate storyline project, Surviving Zom-B-Gone. Now, like the other submissions, Alexandria utilizes background music to set the scene for her course. From there, we have a breaking news report with some well-crafted AI-generated images to open up the story. And then we have this interaction where we have to decide what supplies to stock up on in our pantry, from Spam to whiskey and beans to Twinkies. We have some serious decisions to make. Next, we explore how to combine different household objects into zombie-fighting weapons, like combining toilet paper and a shovel into a toilet paper blowtorch, or a towel and garden gnome, whiskey and matches into a flaming gnome bomb. We then get tested on which makeshift weapons are best ones to defend against different types of zombies. And then finally, we have this interaction where we explore where to strategically place booby traps to protect our shelter. So, amazing work, Alexandria. Thank you so much for sharing and participating. Okie dokie, the final of our featured submissions comes from Robert Kostecki with his articulate storyline project, Zom-B-Gone Shelters. Now, with Robert's project, he created a truly engaging and immersive learning experience combining storytelling, gamification, and challenging interactions. For example, in this interaction, we have to decide on 3 food items to survive the longest. And as you can see, as we hover over each item, we're presented with some details about how much energy and shelf life each item provides. And once you select your 3 items, you then have to calculate how much each item you need, not exceeding 19 kilograms. From there, we get to learn how to combine different household items into zombie-repelling weapons, like a gnome incendiary. And what's super cool about Robert's project is that we're challenged to create our weapons before the zombie timer along the bottom here runs out, which creates some fun suspense. And finally, we have this interaction where we practice dissecting a zombie brain and collecting the zombie DNA with this simple drag and drop interaction. So, wonderful work, Robert. Thank you so much for participating in this month's challenge. All right, so those were just some of the highlights from our October 2024 eLearning Challenge submissions. It's now time for us to pick a winner who will receive a $100 Amazon gift card. Now, before we do that, I want to share a bit about how we evaluate the quality of each of our submissions. When picking our top submissions, and of course selecting our winner, we look at it from 5 different angles in no particular order. First, user interface design. Was the course easy to use, accessible, and intuitive to navigate? Second, graphic design. Did the course author apply solid graphic design techniques, and how well did they adapt the style guide to their course? Third, visual communications. Did they use the screen to help me see what they were trying to say? In other words, did they use meaningful imagery or animations? Fourth, instructional design. How well did they create a true learning experience with performance-based interactions rather than just an information dump? And finally, overall completeness. Does the course feel like a complete piece of work? So for this month, we're giving the win to Robert Kostecki. With Robert's project, what we appreciated the most was the overall attention to detail, from the graphics to the sound effects and music, along with the creative and engaging interactions. It was truly a great example of what a fun e-learning experience looks like, and along with what's possible in articulate storylines. So congratulations, Robert. All right. So that's a wrap on our October 2024 eLearning Challenge and a look at some of the highlights from our top submissions. As always, I want to send a special thanks to everyone who participated and shared their hard work for this month's eLearning Challenge, so thank you. Of course, if you'd like to see all of the submissions from this month's challenge, or participate in next month's challenge, or just use one of our past challenges as a topic for your own sample project, check out the links down below in the description. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to click that like, subscribe, and bell button to get alerted the next time I publish a video just like this one. And of course, join us inside the eLearning Designers Academy at elearningacademy.io, where we help new instructional designers and e-learning developers grow their careers by focusing on skills first. Otherwise, my name is Tim Slade, and until next time, I'll see you around.